Hello people, my name is Malik. You are watching our YouTube channel Tech.Repair. Today we are going to repair or replace the damaged, cracked, broken the charging port, Type-C charging port for Samsung T500 SMT500. We have this heat plate, or you can also use the heat gun. For the heat gun you probably would need 120 degree. This is the temperature controller plate. You can use this one, which we have set up to the 80 degree, which is pretty hot. And what we need is now is a couple of these sort of plastic cards, a suction cup, and very careful. We don't want to damage the screen. So let's get into it and see the quickest we can do. It's very hot, it's hard to hold. It's up to the 100 degrees. I had it for around maybe 7-10 minutes. So one of the corner easier, lift it not too much, just so you can get your card in. This is the harder pass, would be getting to this corner. You can have a little bit stronger card, which would be more better. And we're gonna cut these adhesives all on the edges, but make sure, another thing, please hold it not too deep. Don't bring too much into it. This couple of things I just want to specifically mention it. We don't want to damage or touch the LED. Very slowly. Any point if you feel it's getting colder, put it back onto the heat or apply the heat. Remove to take off the LCD display screen of Samsung Galaxy tablet T500. We just to make sure when you peel it off. See, this is what I was trying to say, that don't bring this card too deep in, and you need to make sure the connector is on this side. And after that, the first of all, what we're gonna try to do is disconnect the battery. So battery pack is connected here. So we'll remove this screw on the board. Now take this plastic, make sure it's plastic tool to remove this battery connector. Now remove these two screws to disconnect the LCD connector. Now use this plastic tool to remove this connector. Okay. Now put this whole LCD display screen somewhere safe. So make sure you put it in a safe position. Now we're gonna open this section to take the old charging port and put the new one. So there's a lot of screws we need to open. Okay, so once we have removed all the screws, You probably need to put a little bit tools kind of here, very carefully. Just pull it out basically, and this plate will very easy, you will see, comes out. Leave it on safe side. Now disconnect this connector. Very careful. This would be the hard part to put it in if you needed to do it. So now we're gonna try to take the DC jack or this type C charging port. Let's apply some heat. If you know it's taking a little sort of force, don't try it, apply the heat. So there is adhesive was installed like this. Take this red cover off. This is our new part. Now this is it there. Connect this connector back to the charging port. At this point, this will not make sure number connect, or you can mark anything on this part to make sure this belongs to you, just in case this customer comes back to you in the future. Now we're gonna put this back in. And we are going to put all these screws back. So once we have put this part back in, now we are going to connect the LCD connector here, and just to be very careful, okay, put this plate back on, which covers the LCD display screen connector. Okay, now we're gonna connect the battery connector. Put this battery connector metal plate back on, last screw. At this point we are not going to put the screen back all glued. What we're gonna do is we're gonna test it, and we are going to connect to the charging port and see if it's charged. Then we're gonna turn it on, test it. Okay, so this point we have fully tested it. We have connected the type C, and okay, so there we go. So it's fully charging it. So we left it connected for a little while, for 5 minutes, and we disconnected to make sure. I brought it up to 76%, so I'm very happy now in this stage. So we can just put the glue and put it back in. So before we do that, we're just gonna power it off. So once we have powered it off, okay, so we are gonna be a bit careful. You can also use a 3-comb double-sided adhesives that comes into that sort of packs. You can also lay them, but before you lay, make sure you not connect this one. You need to lay these adhesives, but I'm going to use this adhesives glue. So we are fully tested now, so we are just going to install the adhesives. This is the glue I'm going to use. As I mentioned, you can also use a 3-comb double-sided tapes. So we have installed this glue. Now carefully we're gonna put this panel back. Okay. We have this strong hairbands. That's what we're going to use. Leave it for 10, 15, 20 minutes. The longer you can would be brilliant. And that should be now. Well, then we clean it and everything, all polished up, clean it, everything, and then you can maybe keep it and show all the demo to the customers. Hope you like the video, and any comment you can write, any question you can ask, and we'll appreciate if you subscribe. Thank you for watching.